Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cameron House Marina. My name is Ruben Mercer, I'm the sales manager here at Marine Sales Scotland. Today I've got for you a lovely, brand new Quicksilver 905 weekend. Now these boats hold a special place in my heart. My family and I had one a long time ago, and it was one of these that really got us into boating, so I can single-handedly vouch for it, as can thousands of other happy owners. So this is a centenary edition, so we've custom wrapped the hull, we've custom wrapped the domes. You honestly will not find one like it anywhere else in the world other than here at Marine Sales Scotland. So, great seafaring boats with great all-weather capabilities, lots of space, plenty of safe, enjoyable fun for all of the family. Extended swim platform is covered in Flexi-Teak. You have your diesel fuel tank filler just off to the starboard side. One of the things that makes this boat so popular is the sort of walk round to the starboard side and then the full enclosure within. Let's take a little look on board. As we enter into the aft cockpit then, we realise that everything is covered by this very large bimini top. It does have the full camping hood enclosure sections on the sides, each of which do zip off for your own comfort. Now the space here is very manageable. You can configure it in a number of different ways. There is a chaise lounge position, there is a sun bed or a day bed position. You can slide the rear bench back and forward to maximise the deck space, or you can just completely get rid of the table, have some director's chairs here. I don't know, let's go as wild as if you want to put a paddling pool on the deck, so be it. Now, what we can do is we can remove the table and turn it into a sunbed. That converts into a very generous sunbathing area. If you do want to take the bimini off as well, plenty of natural light shining on that. And also, if you want to increase the size of it, the backrest folds down. If you take all of this down, the backrest subsequently folds down and gives you even more space. What you have now is a day bed with enough space for all of the family. If you are off the back swimming, you do get back on board. There is a transom shower here that allows you to rinse off when you are back on the boat. What we'll do is we will bring this back up and I'll show you how the rear bench slides forward and back to maximise the floor space. Now as that slides forward, it does encroach in the space, but more than doubles your aft deck space, so the swim platform is instantly more than doubled in size. If you did want to bring director's chairs out here, you could certainly do so. If you're maybe sitting into a bay, it'd be lovely to sit and look into the bay off the aft swim platform. Stainless steel grab rail for safety as well. I think what we'll do is we'll put this back to its original setting and we'll have a little look inside. And back to our original setting. First thing to notice just before we head in, under the sort of covered hardtop, there is LED lighting, and you do have two Fusion stereo speakers for the onboard stereo. There's another two that are repeated inside the cockpit. Now what makes these boats so popular is the full enclosure and the glass sliding patio doors. At least when we had one of these, you could come down here in all four seasons. In the winter, when it was -1, -2 degrees outside, there was ice in the pontoons, you'd come in, the diesel heating would be set to maybe a warm 23, 24 degrees. You'd come in, you'd have your coffee, you'd be able to enjoy the views out the huge panoramic windows. It's just a nice cosy feeling, and it gives you that capability to use your boat in the winter, which you may not necessarily get with some cloth top boats. Off to the starboard side we have a flat screen TV, and the galley is underneath this very solid hinged worktop. Stainless steel sink and twin gas burners. Underneath you also do have a microwave oven and a fridge freezer. If you just fold that away nice and neatly, you can see the curtains here. There are full privacy curtains for all three windows and also for the rear. Not to forget the panoramic sunroof, which does open But if you do want a little bit of privacy, you can see there is a privacy sheet that goes across the top of that too. Onto the helm position, then we have electric trim tabs, a bow thruster, electric windlass and spotlight. This Simrad comes with a transducer, so you have the sonar suite, you've got full radar, GPS, chart plotter. There is also a VHF up there as well, GPS if I haven't mentioned it, and it's a Simrad Go 9 NSS Evo 3 for those of you who are interested in the specifics. Another thing that's very practical that I do like about the Quicksilvers is on the 905s they do have this sliding door which gives you access onto the starboard side gunnel. Now the gunnel's just about knee height, but if you are berthing port or starboard too, they give you that ease of access up onto the bow. There are foredeck cushions that do clip on here too. Electric windlass. As the boat is brand new, we haven't yet supplied or fitted an anchor to her. Now the electric windlass can be controlled from inside, or there are foot pedals there also. You can see as we look back at the boat, spotlight, Simrad, radar, and then finally your satellite TV package. The table in the saloon flips up and down to maximise the use of space. This seat here can be manipulated into a forward facing bench. You can also use this as a chaise lounge, or you can convert this into another berth as well if you so desire. You can see one of the vents for the onboard diesel heating. Storage, there's plenty of it. Underneath each of these is a locker. There's another one in here too, but I'll show you a number of the different setups. There you have her in the chaise lounge position or in U-shaped seating. Then we can convert her into a berth as well. So we have the berth position here, so that's definitely good for 2 kids. I would say maybe 1 adult. You only have about 5 feet 8 inches worth of length, but paying attention to detail, one little thing I do like, and it's quite trivial about this Quicksilver, is you can tell that they have put a lot of timing into the design. This cushion is curved so it sits flush with both of the benches. You can see that the plate is slightly curved and the cushion is as follows, rather than just have a square unilateral one. It's a very small, very trivial thing, but it does show that Quicksilver are paying attention to detail in these larger boats. Next we have the forward bench position, and then finally in the forward facing bench setting. Means if you are underway, 2 passengers can enjoy the views out over the bow. Now let's go downstairs, take a little look at the accommodation. So the master cabin is forward, huge island berth. This does extend, and I have the extending filler cushion in. This is removable and the bed slides forward, and that gives you a little bit more access room if you do want to walk around the bed, or if you are getting changed in here. The headlining at the headboard, very luxurious, it's diamond stitched. Got hanging locker space, one of your diesel heating vents, and of course a flat screen TV. Plenty of natural light as well via the skylight, which does have the fastenings to put a privacy curtain over. Next up is the head. So you have a sea toilet with waste tank. It's an electric flush, hot and cold tap. This pulls up and clips on here. The curtain pulls over and turns this into a wet head. Now there is also storage underneath for any toiletries, and behind these there is also a 240 volt socket, so you can charge any shavers or, well, electric toothbrushes if you have any. Finally, into the aft cabin now. As we go in, there is full standing headroom, and that does drop down where the bed is, but you do have plenty of space, plenty of width. You would easily get 3 adults in here. 3 kids is not an issue at all. You can separate these into having 2 singles rather than just having a double. That pulls out to divide the beds. There's also storage behind each of the headboards. 12 volt socket to charge any electricals. And then more storage as well. Lots of headroom. Privacy curtains for everything. And it just has a super brand new feel about it. All there is now to look at is the engines. Now she's powered by a Mercury TDI diesel 260 horsepower V6. Plenty of space down here on the port side of the engine room as well, for any storage. If you do want to fit a generator, it can be done. There is also another hatch at the rear that gives you access to the rear half of the engine should you need it. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen, a stunning, brand new, fresh out the factory, Quicksilver 905 weekend. All the toys, all the extras, everything you need to make it through all 4 seasons. I'm Ruben from Marine Sales Scotland, where fun in the water begins.